Welcome, dear Thriver, to Thriver TV, one of the very few, if not maybe humbly the only channel where you really do learn to heal for real from narcissistic abuse in powerful and direct ways. Before I get started in today's video, please make sure that you're subscribed and hit the notification button, and remember to like and share my videos to get the word out that it is possible to thrive after narcissistic abuse. Okay, today's topic is hoovering. I think most of you know the expression, but if you don't, hoovering is about sucking you back in like a vacuum cleaner. Narcissists are famous for it. They love to drag people back into relationships for all the wrong reasons. And today we're going to look at 5 narcissistic hoovering tactics that you need to be aware of. And this is the top 5 that I see all the time. Be really aware that there is no set formula for when a narcissist will use one of these tactics and in what order, because the tactics can change. What is usual though is that one or many of these tactics will be used, and it can flip from one to another depending on what is or isn't working. All right, so number 1 is blaming you. The narcissist's main objective is narcissistic supply, and that means your attention. The most painful emotional disintegration for a narcissist is becoming null and void to you. So if you go silent or you start getting on with your life without them, this insults the narcissist's fragile, self-important ego horrifically. So he or she will send messages blaming you for everything. These can be accusations, of course, but really what they are, they're usually projections regarding what the narcissist has or hasn't done themselves, and then they're blaming you for it and saying it was you. This is an especially effective method if they know that they're going to get a reaction from you. So this used to get me really badly, because if you hate injustice and accusations and unfairness, and the narcissist can get you on these points, then you may take the bait and break no contact, which then starts a barrage at contact, and then the narcissist has you back in their clutches and can start messing with you. And we all know what that's like. It's horrible. I want to grant you the remedy for this, to be able to shift those parts of yourself which can be really triggered by the injustice, by that behavior. So how you can heal this is the module 4 and 5 work in the Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Program, those of you that are using NARP, because that's going to shift the wounds of the injustices. That's module 4. And it shifts the need for accountability and to get people to realize what's going on in yourself and the narcissist, which is module 5. So then what will happen is you're going to be able to not get triggered and not get affected, not hook in and hold no contact. So that's going to be 1 to you and 0 points to the narcissist. Okay, so the second main hoovering tactic, it's a little bit insidious and it's hard to pinpoint, but absolutely narcissists do this to hoover. It's cryptic messages. So the narcissist may send you a message that doesn't quite make sense. Could be a text or an email, so it's something cryptic or offhand, or maybe it appears to be a message that's been sent by mistake to you, that it was intended for somebody else, or maybe it's just a photo, or it's a reminder of the past, or it's a short statement that is about something sentimental. The list goes on and on and on. Now, here's the thing. Normal people who have, really done you wrong, or whatever is normal but non-narcissistic, a person would realize that you've left them and you're staying away because you require some remorse or some responsibility or accountability or reform or some sort of mature validation about what's gone on. Narcissists don't operate like that. They just don't have a filter. And they have neither the desire or the resources to get the depth and the gravity of what's happened. Because the narcissist agenda, really, all it's about is to get your head ticking, to make you start obsessing on break no contact, to try to clarify what that message was about, or to get some sort of reaction to the sentimentality, or even for you to tell them how ridiculous, sad, or incomplete that message was and why you're doing that. The intention is to trigger you, to get your head ticking, to get you off your forward movement and back into the energetic connection of feeling this person crawling around under your skin. That's why they do it. And you may try to resist answering, but what's happened may sideline you for hours, days, or even weeks thinking about the message and wondering when the next one will come. And maybe you cave in and you can't help yourself but respond back. It's a big trap, and they know it. The way to stay clear of obsessing and feeding this energy and breaking no contact is to turn inwards to address and release the emotional trigger that's been activated, whatever it is. And if you are working with NARP, I highly suggest Module 1 or the Source Healing and Resolution module, because they are powerful to clear any trigger that's been set off inside of you. And you can go to it very quickly to do that, to stop the flaring up of whatever has been activated within you. So rather than getting into the stinking thinking that narcissistic poison makes us do, you could be over the urge to think about it very quickly, possibly powerfully within the half an hour that it takes for you to do the healing. Okay, so the third tactic that can be used to hoover you back in is quite a nasty one. It's rubbing another person in your face. Okay? So it doesn't matter who the narcissist is in your life. One of their favorite hoovering tactics could be threatening or actually replacing you. And of course, this is devastatingly painful in an intimate partner relationship situation, yet it could be extremely painful for any relationship. So, you know, it could be a family member and they replace you with somebody else that used to do for them what you did, or a friendship, or whatever it is. So this is an especially effective tactic if you have terrors about being abandoned and replaced. And a lot of us have had big abandonment wounds that narcissists like to play on. And if you still haven't been able to release these trauma bonds of believing that this person is your source of self, which narcissists are very good at forming within you, this could absolutely traumatize you and send you into a panic. So a hoovering tactic may be them telling you about this new person, or parading this person all over social media, or telling key people in your life so that they know it gets back to you, or introducing your children to this person. And this could be a really cruel time for you, which triggers you into chasing back after the narcissist, handing over more of your values and your rights to try to win them back, and possibly even getting into a terrible triangulation situation with the new supply involved as well, where a narcissist can keep sucking you back in and then discarding you again, or even where the narcissist will use you as punishment or just extra supply against the new supply. I've seen that happen a lot to people. To help yourself get out of these soul-shattering trauma bonds, I can't recommend enough Module 2, which is the returning of yourself to a source, to yourself, and breaking those ties with the narcissist. And Module 9, which is even a deeper detox at a soul level of the narcissist. To be able to, in NARP, those two modules are for this, to really detox this person out of your soul, end up totally unperturbed by being replaced, and being able to powerfully come home to your true source of love and wholeness, which is between you and source, which will grant you the power and the solidness to align with healthy love in your future. There's a powerful graduation you can get out of this. Because here's the truth, narcissists often move on. They can literally replace you in the time that it takes to boil an egg. And often they've already been setting that up on the sidelines for some time anyway. And it can be such a shock when you discover it. And this is why it's very advisable to start healing and get yourself prepared for this. You can start healing these terrors even before it happens, so that when it does, you won't be affected or minimally affected. Okay, so the next trauma, number 4, the next hoovering trauma that a narcissist can put you through is threatening to destroy you. And it's horrible. Many people go back to the narcissist after leaving because of the fear of what the narcissist is capable of doing. And this could have come about through stalking, threats and bullying, also abuse by proxy regarding things like custody, property settlements, business deals, or threatening to use information they know about you against you to show that to family or friends or get you prosecuted or whatever it is. It's disgusting behavior, yet narcissists have no shame in using it, and they can claim simultaneously how much they love you and they want you back, which of course is nuts. And of course, this may make you break no contact and try to calm the narcissist down or make a deal or try to get them to see sense, and you're trying to fix things, buy time, or just maybe you're acquiescing in order to stop the damaging happening to you and those you love. This is what I know about narcissistic bullies as a result of my own healing from this and helping thousands of others do the same. Acquiescing to bullies does not give you your soul back. It doesn't grant freedom, care, or love to you. Any relief you get is conditional freedoms, which is not freedom at all. It's actually akin to being in prison, because the narcissist can change the rules, move the goalposts, and threaten you at any time again. And you will only continue to lose yourself, and this person will take more of your life force, resources, years, and life, because that's what they do. Your greatest defense to this is to become anti-fear, to do the work within yourself so that you emerge powerful in your truth, knowing that source has your back. And then you will see what happens to this bully. Like most, without your fearful energy, this person loses power. You'll discover the emperor has no clothes. They're exposed as the little powerless person behind the curtain. If you walk forward developing and healing yourself, you will know how to value your soul above all threats and all things, and you can walk a straight, powerful straight line. Then you will see the narcissist crumble. In our community, in the narc community, we've had more wins in court cases for custody and property settlements than you could imagine against narcissists. Module 8 of NARP is incredibly powerful to detox yourself from the fear of the narcissist, and also the incredible NARP community forum. If you're a NARP member, gives you 24/7 support, which comes complete with your package for life, to stay strong and receive and get support, and so others can help grant you the moves you need to make if you're under threat so that you can come out on top. Okay. Number 5 ways that a narcissist can hoover you is faux apologies and gifts. Narcissists usually often only when nothing else will work. Usually this is kind of their last choice. will succumb to crocodile tears, gifts, and all sorts of promises. And when this first happens, you're going to heave a sigh of relief and you think, oh my gosh, thank goodness I've broken through. He or she has woken up and realized what they're doing. However, if you poke this with a stick and don't immediately reunite, if you really ask them for true apologies, a true apology you need to understand is not just, I'm sorry, I love you, and flowers and tears. It has to come with accountability, understanding, and reform. An intention of reform so that you can feel safe and reconnect. And when you stand in the need for that and you ask for that, you are going to discover how false these apologies are. The narcissist will crack very quickly, declaring that you should just accept the apology, no matter how incomplete or insincere it is. And you certainly didn't feel it as real in your body when you started pressing for information and reassurance that there is understanding, accountability, and what will the reform be. You will see how insincere it is. And then they're going to say, just accept it. I apologize. What more do you want? And then they're also going to start telling you how bad you are and what's your fault. And if you continue pushing the narcissist, they may renege on the apology altogether. They'll go, well, it was on the table, too bad. You can't even have it now. Regardless of how it starts to unwind and unravel, because it always does, you'll discover that things only get worse. If you trusted the narcissist and you go back, the behavior continues and intensifies, and you will find yourself even deeper in the abuse. The truth is, the narcissist hates that they had to crawl back to you and be humble. It's such a massive insult to their ego. And they can't help themselves. They actually need to punish you for it now. They're going to lash out even worse. Now, here's the thing. If you have a tendency to feel sorry for people, if you've had a pattern of taking responsibility for people and who don't take responsibility for themselves, and if you are the person who tries to heal and fix people, which so many of us have been these people, you could be hugely susceptible to this hoovering tactic. It used to get me back in the game so many times. Many healers and sensitives are very susceptible to this. And my hugest suggestion to get past this is Module 6 work in NARP. It cleans up all of those inner traumas as to why you are taking responsibility for people who don't take responsibility for themselves, and why you are continually forgiving unforgivable behavior. It's going to help heal you up. You'll be able to see this for what it is, stand powerfully in your boundaries, and you're not going to fall back into this cry for help from the narcissist. Okay, there it is, the 5 main hoovering tactics. Now, it's really important when you're doing no contact to really go no contact, cut off contact. Okay, it's going to lessen the probability of these things happening if you do that and you really mean it. However, they may still get a message through. And as I said at the start, the way a narcissist will try to hoover you, it can shift, it can change, depending on what the narcissist will try to pull you back in over. And please know, being hoovered is not flattering. It's not about love. It's about the narcissist serving their true master, the false self, the ego. You are secondary and you're a prop to the ego. That's actually what you are. Many of us who were hoovered realized that when you give in to hoovers, that the rug will be pulled out from under you over and over again. There is no upside into giving into hoovers, it just becomes more and more of a soul assault. And I know many of you know this, that when you do reconnect after a Hoover, you literally feel like you're going crazy because you're torn in half. You did it, but you know you shouldn't have. And it's horrible. It's soul destroying. Okay, so please know also too, for those of you, because you might be listening to this and you're like, well, why haven't I been hoovered? Why hasn't the narcissist tried any of this on me? Does it mean that I'm worth nothing? All of us were props to narcissists, whether you're hoovered frenetically or not. It's not about love. But please know that if you've had no contact from the narcissist at all, this is another tactic that can be used to make you make contact. And the narcissist will use this against you if they know that being fully abandoned and not hearing from them is what's going to hurt you the most. Because here's the thing, narcissists work out with us what triggers us. They're experts at us. And if this is happening to you, if you're really feeling the trauma of I'm not being hoovered, which I totally understand, please, if you are a NARC member, work with Module 2. That's going to give you so much relief by bringing you home to a source to yourself. Okay, so that's it from me about hoovering. I hope that this was helpful. And here's the link. I'm going to put it up for NARP, and it's in the show notes as well, which can free you from hoovering, help you heal in record time, and give you your life, soul, and sanity back before you know it. All right, I'd love to hear from you, what hoovering you've experienced. Are you still susceptible to it? Are you healing it up? Let me know in the comments. And until next time, keep smiling, keep healing, and keep thriving. Become Hoover proof because there's nothing else to do. Lots of love. Bye-bye.